If you had a month to visit Japan, what places would you prioritize? If Kyoto is not on your list, you're wrong. Part 2 of our Japanese adventure continues here.
Please fasten your seatbelts.
William, it's a special day today. It's Mother's Day. So we have to be nice to Mommy, okay? Okay, take it out on Daddy.
Did you write a little card for Mama? Did you write a little card? Can I see it? Can I see the little card? Thanks for you. Thank you.
William, are you eating your Mother's Day card?
William, you're allowed. My chocolate? You're taking my chocolate too.
And now you're bending her card. The Daddy tried so hard not to fold yesterday. Oh, it's Mother's Day and we're going on a little tour. Here comes our little bus. That's not our bus. That's our bus.
On Marlene's first Mother's Day, she was gifted the option of taking a day for herself or going on tour with her boys.
Well, how about we go to the other most crowded place?
All right, deal.
I know. I was just as surprised as you were to see her tag along.
When confronted with a fork in the road, I prefer the path less traveled.
And I prefer the path that is stroller friendly. Okay?
I also don't know which one that one is.
I don't think I do.
Happy Mother's Day. She loves it.
Schönes Black Day. I think we found the bamboo forest. We must be close. Thank you so much. Bye.
Among the infinite tourist magnets in Kyoto, the Arashiyama bamboo grove sits among the top of the leaderboard, and it looks like countless other moms across the country were also gifted to rainy strolls with the family.
The bamboo forest.
We found it. And so did a few others. I heard it's a hidden gem in Kyoto. It's not. It's not.
Looks like an intimate Mother's Day was going to be a little more complicated than we planned. And speaking of complicated,
I have a question. Tell me. Why do you...
Sorry, what was that? Take two.
Okay, I have a question. Why do things so complicated? I would never release my music again in Germany. That's what she would say. Ever.
After an eventful and rainy Mother's Day, which at times felt like we were surrounded by every tourist in Kyoto, we took a lonely walk home. It's in these decisions that we're reminded the best experiences happen off script.
Drinking beer and eating burgers. I've seen this movie before. This is exactly like in the Three Ninjas Kickback. Martial arts competition.
You can spend countless hours trying to understand Kyoto by poring over city guides and Google searches, but there's no better immersion than being welcomed into a community celebration as the only Westerners in sight.
Hey! It's okay. It's okay.
William might have had mixed emotions, but Mom and Dad absolutely loved it.
Where did you come from?
Canada.
Canada. Vancouver?
Toronto.
Toronto.
Thank you so much.
Japanese apple.
Thank you so much.
Japanese towel.
Oh wow.
Telugu.
That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Arigato. Oh, that's so nice.
The room's so cozy.
Let me take a photo. Yeah. So.
You got it? William.
Japanese traditional attire.
It's a video, yeah.
Our next few days in Kyoto became what we'll remember as a blur, filled with countless colors and temples and shrines, precision dining, and even a rare geisha spotting.
There she goes again. A little warm, a little bright.
With our steps goals achieved, we sought to find Zen. Unfortunately, let's just say we didn't have the right headspace for it.
The good thing here is you wouldn't get a bump, you would just need a new set of teeth if you had here.
On our last day in the city, we had one more landmark tourist attraction we needed to knock off, the Fushimi Inari Taisha, a 2.5-hour hike up the sacred mountain in Kyoto.
So that's half an hour down, 2 hours to go. How are we feeling? My favorite thing about the hike so far is little dogs wearing bibs. Just like William. So, turning back after walking downhill a couple hundred meters. Wrong way to the summit. Of course, all the signs are in Japanese. But if they have the audacity to put up an ice cream shop, they can at least put up one sign in English to say summit in the other direction. The lone painter.
Do you think he's Australian, like all the famous painters in history?
Definitely the Arrow da Vinci.
You might want to check out the 2340 mark of Sabbatical episode 4 if you missed that one.
Recording.
Oh, it was recording?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, they dropped the camera.
It's all good. William, your mom carried you up the entire mountain. Yeah, are you proud of yourself? William? Good. Bill. Jake. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Gates. Now we go downhill, mostly.
Kyoto, check.
It's all ours.
Not quite.
Not quite.
At 8:15 a.m. on August 6, 1945, the world's first nuclear bombing took place over the Japanese city of Hiroshima, immediately killing at least 70,000 people and injuring hundreds of thousands more. 3 days after that initial attack, a second nuclear bomb was dropped over Nagasaki, just 300 kilometers down the road. An estimated 200,000 people were killed, the vast majority of whom were civilians. Visiting Hiroshima today, it's hard to imagine what the initial devastation would have really looked and felt like back in 1945. At ground zero, the only structure left standing after the blast was the Kinkaku Dome, which has been preserved in the same state for nearly 80 years. Yet the modern Hiroshima sparkles with technology and hums from bustling residents dining out, browsing shops, or sending their kids to school.
And on the left.
I suppose 80 years ago not much was different. Everything was just time corrected. Should that make their lives less valuable than ours today? Coincidentally, during our visit to Hiroshima, the city was hosting this year's G7 summit, where politicians danced around apologies that were nearly a century overdue, and shut down all infrastructure in the city for a photo op, all while stopping short of a uniform commitment to decommission nuclear arms around the globe. I'm not a historian, nor a politician, and I know there are widely held perspectives on the rationale for the bombings, but I am human. Maybe as a Canadian-German couple, the idea of our own countrymen blowing each other up on some muddy field in France is what makes the whole picture that much more disturbing. After the atomic bomb in 1945, a young Japanese girl dying of leukemia began crafting paper cranes as a symbol of peace and hope for recovery. She never completed her goal, but the world continues to fold in her memory and in pursuit of peace. And in a world that's getting smaller and smaller every day, the paper crane has never been more relevant.